name's Erica. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad you decided to join us today. I'm going to be talking a little bit about the Mistobox coffee subscription box, and this is what it looks like. Okay, and I've been getting this since the quarantine started in March because I did not want to risk not being able to get my coffee on a regular basis. I make sure that I get my coffee freshly roasted. If you didn't know this, coffee does normally go bad in about 2 weeks. People think that it has like an eternal shelf life. It doesn't. It's not going to make you sick or anything, but it definitely tastes so much better and so much more flavorful when you consume it within 2 weeks of its roasting date. So that's very important to me. I normally like to support my local roasters, that being Revolution Coffee Roasters in Collingswood if you're in the New Jersey area. That's my favorite roaster to go to. There's also Crescent Moon in Mullica Hill and End Grain in Pittman and a bunch of other options. Those are the top 3 that I know of. And since the pandemic, coronavirus happened, I wanted to make sure I was able to have my coffee readily available to me. I didn't know if they were going to be doing curbside pickup or anything, so I immediately, as soon as I found out that I was going to be working from home and that, this whole thing was happening, I signed up for a coffee subscription box. I did a little bit of research before I did sign up. I've tried one before. I forget which one it was. I remember not really liking it too much. Just the coffee selections weren't really for me. So I wanted to make sure that whatever coffee subscription box I subscribed to, I was offered coffees that would be more in my taste palette. I have been doing this so about like 2.5 months, I think I've subscribed, and I get my coffee delivered about every 2 weeks, I think it is. I think I get it delivered every 2 weeks, and they come in 12-ounce bags. So I'm just going to open this up. This one, I actually got it today. And you can see how it's shipped and everything. So it's just this small little box. This is all you get. You don't get any other like goodies or anything. So if you want something like that, there are other boxes and they're going to be a little bit more expensive. That's not this box. So as you can see on this panel, I'm going to try to get this so you guys can see it. It comes with all of this information about the coffee that you got. It says your name at the top, hello Erica, and then it gives you the country, region, process, a little bit about the coffee, and all of that just on this lid here. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the coffee out, and it's empty. Like literally all you get in this is this coffee and a little information on it. They have so many different roasters that they use for all of their boxes, so the packaging is going to be different on every one. You're going to get to try a variety of different roasters, different kinds of coffee. It depends on your palate if you like a wide range of different coffees or a very narrow range of coffees, like what you're gonna get. It's totally customizable, which I really appreciated, and I'm going to go online and show you guys what it actually looks like and what kind of things you can change. But they're all 12-ounce bags of coffee. I think there are 2 different levels of subscriptions that you can get. There is a basic and there is a deluxe, and I am the deluxe, so that's like the higher end coffees. If you're really not so sure about coffee or you're not as into it as some people are, you can definitely go with the cheaper route. I went with the more like refined palate coffees though. I get whole beans so that I can stick it right in my hopper here, and I can grind it fresh every morning. I'll take this time to note, I'm gonna go in here. I use an airtight coffee container, and this is Blink One. That's the brand of this coffee container. It's very basic, but it just keeps your coffee fresh. The second that I get this, I immediately put that in this canister. I did wait so I could show you guys, but yeah. So this is a dark Sumatra. I've never had anything from, I don't think I've had anything from this roaster before. I don't recognize the packaging at all. It sent me a dark roast because it knows that I like dark roast coffees. That's what I told them on my profile. One of the things I like is that you can rate your coffee so that they learn which coffees are suited for you and which ones are not. You get a curator assigned specifically to you so that they are in charge of your profile. So every coffee rating that you give them, they are going to then pick the next coffee based off of that. There is another option where you can set up your own coffee queue, so you can go shopping on their website, find the coffees that you specifically want if you don't trust them to pick it for you, and you can set up like a coffee queue. I don't know if any of you had Netflix like back in the day when they sent the actual DVDs to you, but it's kind of like that. So you just get a lineup of all the coffees that you want, and it'll send you in that order. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to hop online and show you guys what their actual website looks like. Alright, so I'm just going to be walking you through the website. This here is the dashboard, so when you sign in, this is what you're going to see. And if you scroll down here, you're going to see your brew queue, and all this is this is the order that the coffee is going to be shipped to your house. So if you select your own coffee and you go shopping on their website and pick them out yourself, they are going to appear here. If you do not, you're going to see what you're seeing right now, which is the Mistobox's choice. I'm letting my curator select coffee for me, so that is why you see that. But if you do want to add a coffee, you're going to go ahead and select add a coffee, which is going to bring you to a new page. So when you're adding a coffee, you're going to see you can add filters depending on what kind of roast you want, what type of coffee, any specific tasting notes, origin, processing. You can filter any of those things for your specifications. Again, like I said, this is totally customizable, which is what I really, really like about this. And there's so many options. So these are just a bunch of different coffees that you can choose from. Say I wanted to add this coffee to my queue. I'm just going to click on it, and it's going to tell me the tasting notes, the roast type, what type of coffee it is, and then I have the option to either add it to my brew queue or add it to my cart to purchase individually. And as I scroll down, there's a little bit more information on the coffee, such as the coffee story, its origin, country, all of that. And at the very bottom, there's customer reviews from other people who have already had this coffee, and you can see what they thought of it, and maybe you will like it just as much as they do. So that is for the brew queue. So I'm going to go back to my dashboard, and we are going to go over to my collection. Here, these are all the coffees that I've already received. You can rate them here. As you can see, it says rate now with all the 5 stars. I've only done one of them, so I'm a little far behind. But this is where your curator gets to learn what you like and what you don't like, and you get to have that open conversation with them, so that when they pick your next coffee, you can trust them a little bit more to understand your tastes. I'm going to move over to settings, and this is where you get to edit your subscription. So like I said, my coffee tier is currently on deluxe, so it's for the more refined coffee palette, but you can do a basic, which will start you at $16.95 as opposed to $19.95, and it's just cheaper coffees that they're going to give you. So that's up to you. You can also edit your delivery date, so you can do every 7 days, 14 days. You can actually go up to every 45 days. It's very customizable, so whenever you want to receive this, you can choose exactly how often you would like to receive this. You can update your plan to pay per shipment, every 6 shipments, and every 12 shipments, and your amount that you're paying per bag does go down with each upgrade. However, you do have to pay that price in full. So it's really, a lot of money up front. So I just stick to the pay per shipment. And if you scroll to the bottom, you're going to see my personal coffee profile. So that's the roast that I like, the type, the tasting notes, and the grind. Those are all of my preferences that they asked me when I first subscribed. So if you first sign up, these are all of the questions you're going to get asked, so they know what to send you for your first bag. One other cool thing that they have on this website that is only for subscribers is they have brew guides. So this is videos that are showing you how to brew things on a Chemex, on an AeroPress, on things like that, and they're very informational videos. You also have a blog where they post different recipes and different articles and everything, which again is also only for subscribers. So that's a cool feature that they have. This is not a sponsored video in any way, so it's totally my honest opinion. I have only tried one other subscription box for coffee before, but I really do like this. I think as soon as I go back to work and things start opening back up again, I probably will switch back over to my local roasters. One, because I do like to support local businesses and everything. I do really like their coffee, and I have a specific kind that I get every time, and it's perfect for my Chemex and for my espresso. So I'm excited to go back to that, but this was really interesting to try the subscription box. It also was a little bit more pricey to do this. It's about, for the deluxe, it's about $20 a package, which gets pretty expensive when you do it 2 times a month. So if you go to your local roaster, it's normally anywhere between $13 and $16 for a 12-ounce bag like this. So this definitely is a little bit more expensive just because they also tack on shipping, which is $5. So this bag itself is $16, which isn't that unreasonable. When you add the shipping though, it does get a little expensive. So I'm excited to switch back to my local roasters. I also want to make a quick note for those who think it's absolutely outrageous that I spent $16 on a 12-ounce bag of coffee. Let's have a little chat. I'm gonna stop holding this now. I know some people like to just go to their Starbucks, or they just like to go to the grocery store and pick up whatever bag they typically get for their coffee, but I find that, one, you're supporting local businesses, and they're normally small businesses when you're supporting a roaster, so that's really great. I think let's do that. But also the taste you are going to get, I did mention this a little bit earlier, the taste you are going to get with a local roaster as opposed to Starbucks coffee, any pre-ground coffee, coffee that's just been sitting on the shelf for like 2+ months. You don't want that. Like, you can get so much better coffee, and you're gonna spend like a couple extra dollars a month, depending on what coffee you get. I really think it's very much worth it. And if you've never tried like a local roaster, give it one try. And if it's not worth it, then you tried it. You don't need it. That's okay. But I also don't think you should diss it until you try it. And that is my opinion. You don't have to listen to it. But I gave it to you. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was very informational for you. If you liked it, make sure you go and give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I post new videos on new things such as coffee, which is great. Make sure you go and drink plenty of delicious coffee during these rough times, and I hope to see you back soon. Bye.